stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her God bubble we soar through the night, exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies fills the air. Come with me, let's ride on the cosmic breeze. With Kelly Coffee we'll journey through galaxies. In her God bubble we'll explore the unknown. A grand adventure like no other we've known.
Been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Oh, you're kidding me. I've gone all this time with no sound. I was so. Thank you for letting me know. Oh my gosh. No. I've been talking all this time. I've been talking, I asked you guys how you were. And I was telling you about all my supplements I was taking. How exciting that was. Oh, you guys. Yeah, I don't know what I should do. I've only got 30 minutes though. I've got a busy morning and everything. Maybe this is the universe just saying, don't do it. I'm so sorry. That's all me. That's all I do exactly what I did wrong when you're like no sound. Oh, Shay. Oh, Shay. So, wow, maybe that was the universe saying, "Don't talk about this yet." I started taking NAD. Like, I'll tell you briefly, then I'll get off of here because I've just fucked this up royally. I just really fucked this up. Oh my gosh, you guys! Thank you for letting me know. And anyway, I've been taking this NMN. It's like an NAD plus, and this is day 4. I just took it today, and day 4. So we'll see how wonderful this stuff is. But so far, I love it. I feel amazing. So I'll let you guys go, and well, fuck, that was like the best intro. I had an amazing intro. I thought I did so well on the pictures and the intro and everything. Yes. And I think you heard all the. Oh my gosh. Should I keep talking? I've only got 30 minutes left. Hey, Shay. Oh my God. Thank you for letting me know. I made a mistake. I forgot to put myself on stage in my StreamYard. I forgot to put myself on stage. That's what I did. And I was just talking the whole time, just giving you guys information. But yeah, part of it was I was telling you I started NAD. Lots of people were doing the NAD thing, and I was like, let me, talk to a doctor first. So, oh, thanks, Jennifer. Oh my God, should I? Oh man, again, I've got to go 30 minutes or less. So I've got such a busy morning, and I wanted to put on my makeup and all. Thank you, Jennifer. I thought it was cool too, and then it was like silence. I didn't know it. So, well, maybe we could get right to the topic now. Well, I was going to get to the topic, probably. I mean, I intended on getting to the topic. Maybe this is the universe's way of saying, stay on topic, Kelly. Talking way too much about magnesium and methylfolate and NAD and all of that. Oh, you guys. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I came on feeling like such a radio star. It's like, oh, my radio voice is amazing. And I did a great intro. And then I'm coming there talking like I'm on the radio person. And then nobody could hear me. Nobody could hear me. So let's try and salvage this. Maybe if someone watches this and they're silent, they'll just keep skipping and skipping and skipping till they find a place on the video where I start talking. We'll just leave it at that. Maybe I'll put it in the description. Hey guys, I fucked this one up. I start talking around XYZ time stamp. Oh God. Holy crap. Okay. Let's get to the topic. Can 100 people dissipate a hurricane? Yes. Can 100 people dissipate a tornado? Yes. Absolutely. But at what cost? But at what cost? I mean, mass meditations. Meditation for peace in the Middle East. Now, I don't watch the news, you guys, so I'm not sure what's going on in the script the world's stage that's scripted. I don't really know what's going on, but I could guess that the misbehaving ones are the ones that are portrayed as misbehaving, the black sheep of the planet countries that just can't get along. I'm suspecting they're still not getting along. Can anybody confirm or deny that? And if it's not one of the typical players, pick one of the new ones that are not at rest. They're not at peace. There's a hurricane. Horrendous large hurricane. Do you remember the super hurricane? I forgot the official name for it. The mega super hurricane. What was that, like a decade ago? I'm trying to remember when that even happened. And I stayed up most of the night with a group of people dissipating that hurricane. And we got it to where they started announcing, we don't know what's happening to the hurricane. It's dissipating. It's going away. It looks like it's going to completely go away. So that's what happened in the middle of the night with myself and a group of people focusing on, and there were only, you guys, less than 10 of us, I think. I think there were like less than 10 of us. And we made a hurricane almost completely go away. The super hurricane. Well, you know what happened to the super hurricane. It did make land. Well, it was not on land when we were doing what we were doing, and the hurricane started to go away and to dissipate. And they were announcing it, that they were so surprised at how it's weakening and losing all its energy and so forth. Well, we're like, yay, we got rid of the super hurricane. Yay. Oh, what a good job we did. Now let's go to bed. Good night, everybody. And so we went to bed. Well, what happened when we stopped focusing on dissipating that hurricane? What happened immediately after that? It was going away. In the middle of the night, it was on its way out. You guys, the intensity was diminishing, and it was losing intensity. And it was going away. I woke up in the morning and it was bigger. It was bigger in the morning. The hurricane was bigger. We'd spent all night and all that energy. I was remote viewing, and I could see the moon was involved with things. There were technologies that were causing it. So what we were doing is we were going in there and disabling the technology that was causing the hurricanes. There's technology all over the place that creates weather. And so that's why it's like, why is this thing just intense and it's not just dissipating on its own? And so again, when I remote viewed, there was technology that was creating all weather. And they were using multiple sources to create this hurricane. Multiple separate technologies coming together that look like almost like a mechanical type apparatus, and then like a long, what do you call that? I'm not saying it's like a cannon, but like when you look at army tanks and stuff, and you've got the barrel coming out of the army tank, it's similar to that, only like almost like a laser. It looks like a big, thick laser beam, I guess, that comes out of this. There's it can do different pulses, different frequencies, and so forth. A type of, again, that's probably not what you call this technology, but I'm trying to describe what it looks like. Very laser-like. So when I saw that we're dealing with a technology that is continuing to try and make this hurricane worse, again, we disabled the technology, and it didn't matter if we disabled it, it started working again. And so by the next day, I saw that we did that for hours and hours and hours, and the hurricane was dissipating and starting to go away and become just a non-issue. And it would be barely, if it went to land, it would just be a gentle breeze. that was it. To the next day of it being bigger than before. Oh, we thought it was going to be this big. It's bigger than we thought it was going to be. It was worse. We had spent all night dissipating that fucking hurricane. and then it's bigger and worse. And remember what it did and how much of the United States it took over, this hurricane. Now, why did that happen? When less than 10 people, now these were people that had some psychic abilities and so forth. I'm not saying regular people, it might take more, but we kind of knew what we were doing, not knowing what we were doing. We knew nothing, just enough to be dangerous, right? And trying to unspin, one of our techniques we used is to unspin the hurricane. We're going to unspin it, just like I taught you guys to unspin or spin the other direction, the tornado. When I was back, manipulating the weather, and I was teaching you how to manipulate the weather. So let's say you're in Tornado Alley, and here come 23 tornadoes at one time, which actually happened. From my backyard, I filmed 17 of the tornadoes. From my backyard, I saw them, and I filmed 17 tornadoes of the 23 tornadoes in the area. So a lot of these tornadoes were headed in my direction. So I got out my fancy rocks. Remember the black velvet tourmaline? I think I had pyrite and quartz crystal. I think that's all I had. I think I ended up adding malachite to it later. So I get in there. I do my unspinning of the tornadoes and so forth. And I see it. I'm watching the news in like real time. They're showing on the news the tornadoes, where they are and what's going on. And I, by myself, dissipated a lot of those tornadoes. So what happened? Did Tornado Alley go away? No. Did Tornado Alley continue to produce more tornadoes over time? Yes. So I didn't change a thing in Tornado Alley. All I did was dissipate tornadoes that were already there, and the whole system was not healed. Now, living in that area, in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I would see over and over this band, and you could go look today. I bet it's still there. It looks like a long line. You'll see these storms come through, and it'll be this long, thin line. They'll go through. When you look at that these radar stations, that's like, oh, Doppler radar is showing you the weather. No, it's not. Doppler radar is creating the weather. All you have to do is sit there and watch the weather. When you got system after system, storm after storm coming through your area, it looks exactly the fucking same. All of these lines, once you start looking at weather, you go, oh my God, it's all created. It's all artificial. All weather is artificial. And you can see it. They go, oh, the reason you see it in a line is because that's how Doppler radar works. Have the little the line going around in a circle and creating the image over and over and disappearing, creating, disappearing. Oh, that's the line that you say. No, it's not. You're creating weather in a line. And so these lines of storms will come through the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and go right over it. Predictable. It goes the same. I don't know about today because I haven't been there in 6 years. I'm trying to remember, 6 or 7 years. I haven't been there. Excuse me. So I don't know what it's doing lately. But, those of us, if you want to call it autism, high IQ, or whatever, we have pattern recognition skills. And so I'm looking at the weather, going, this is a pattern. This is a pattern. This is a as Samantha would say, this is a pattern. She was a little girl. Oh, it's so cute. So this is a pattern I would see over and over and over of the weather being created. Now, whether it is artificially created or created naturally, which I don't know what natural is, we're in a terrarium, something that's already built by the gods or the aliens. So what is natural weather? There's no natural weather. Everything is created. Like Hunger Games. Was it Hunger Games? Wait, what is the movie? I'm sorry, I get all the movies mixed up in my mind. The one where they go into this domed place that's controlled by people in this game that they're playing. I forgot if that was Hunger Games or what. Anyway. So everything is manufactured. So if it's all manufactured, or let's pretend like natural weather existed, or whether it's natural weather or alien created weather in a terrarium, it's still a projection of our state of being. So instead of meditating a hurricane away, or meditating and pushing peace into the Middle East, I'm suspecting they're still misbehaving, the bad guy of the world, right? And we're trying to force peace in an area where we don't have peace in our own life. So let's say there's all these people, millions of people who are not healed and not at peace. How is meditating going to help them to heal? It's just going to give them a calm down pill for 12 hours or 24 hours. And it's fine to calm down. And it's like, oh, look, we did all this meditating for peace in the Middle East. And there was peace in the Middle East for 6 hours while we were meditating. Well, what happened when you stopped meditating for peace in the Middle East? The script called for chaos. Again, so what did you really do? We're pushing and pulling in a white light system, and we're not healing. We're just trying to look at the outcome. I was dealing with someone who ended up being a horrific narcissist, where I'm like, you're doing this, this, and this. And it's like, you need to go to counseling and get healed. And they're like, no, I don't. I'm just going to change my behavior. And I said, that's only going to work for a maximum of 3 months. You don't just change your behavior. It doesn't make the problem go away. And so in about 3 months, everything would explode again. There was always this 3-month cycle, it seemed. This 3-month cycle of, I've had enough. Stop. I'm not going to deal with your shit anymore. And then, what do they call it? The honeymoon period. And it would degrade over the 3 months until, it was at its worst in 3 months. And I've had enough. I've had enough. Oh, and then the honeymoon period again. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing, because with a behavior change, like peace in the Middle East, or the hurricane goes away, you're still in hurricane season. Even though this hurricane has passed, we're still in hurricane season or tornado season. So yes, you could get a room full of people meditating, and look how fun that is. I mean, look how much I'd want a comfy chair or like a bean bag or something. Like, fuck that shit. I'd be crossing my legs like that's bullshit on the floor. Yeah, good luck getting up off the floor. This is an under 40 crowd, that's for sure. Everybody on the floor. And it's like, can you get up all by yourself from the floor? You can come meditate with us. So if we are unhealed inside on this level of creating a hurricane, because our unhealed state and our healed state, whatever our state of being is going to be projected in the world that we're creating. This is a simulation. If we've got an unhealed state in the simulation, it's going to produce this simulation that resembles our unhealed state. So we might have a potential of a hurricane, but there are no hurricanes at all. It's like, that was weird. There were no hurricanes this hurricane season. Wow. Because you're healed. There were no tornadoes this tornado season. Why? Because you're healed. Not because you went out and in your unhealed state created a hurricane. In your unhealed state created a tornado. In your unhealed state created lack of peace. And then in our healed state, we just don't create chaos. We just don't create the hurricanes. We don't create the tornadoes. Now, in my life, this Tornado Alley, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Arlington, Texas, big time tornado activity, big time tornado season. Just the threat of whole neighborhoods being gone, skyscrapers being destroyed with these tornadoes, and the fear and just this constant bombardment. We're at that point in my life, standing in the middle of my living room, dissipating all these tornadoes. 23 tornadoes. I dissipated like about 17 of those. The ones I could see, I dissipated. But guess what? A week later, days later, here come more tornadoes. And that exactly looked like my life at that time. My life was in Tornado Alley. Always a risk of a tornado in that unhealed state. So I healed to the point of moving. And where I've moved to, we don't have hurricanes. We don't have tornadoes. We don't have alligators either. We don't have flooding up here. And is that just because I moved? No. That matches how healed I am right now. Now, when I drove from Florida to Colorado, was that a couple years ago? 2-3 years ago? I'm trying to remember. When I was driving, I forgot the location. You guys saw my GPS. I forgot. Was it Arkansas? It was around there in the Arkansas area and Kansas and so forth. I was driving with my RV and pulling my RV behind my truck. And here came a tornado that blew everybody off the road but me. And if you know anything about anything, someone that has an RV or something bigger like a truck, a semi-truck, RV, those are the first ones blown off the road. Yanking the truck behind it, flipping your truck and everything. Those things get blown off the road first, not small cars. The stuff that's sticking up off the ground and can catch wind. And I don't end up in the ditch like everybody else. Now, did my life at that time resemble driving through a tornado? Yes. Yes, it did. All the stress and the things that were going on at that time. You guys, that was a 2,300 mile trip. That was, fortunately, I didn't have puppy with me. Oh my gosh, at the time. Did not have puppy yet. But that's exactly where my life was. So, do we look at the world, which is just a projection of our state of being, and go, let me go fix that. Let me go get rid of the symptoms. Let me go take a pill so the symptoms go away. But when the pill wears off, you got another hurricane, you got another tornado, you got another situation in the middle of the Middle East. I hope this is helpful information for you guys. Because again, just because we can get in a group, and it is possible, and science has tracked this. Oh, you get a group of X number of people focusing on peace in the Middle East, and you have peace in the Middle East. But it's pushing and pulling in a white light system, and there is no healing at the end of the day. Just a scientific measurement of pushing and pulling in the white light system. You can get a group of 100 regular people in a room and dissipate a hurricane. But those people that dissipated that hurricane, they're still not at rest on the inside. And so another hurricane will come. You can get 10 average regular people together and dissipate a tornado. But then that's what we're projecting. That's our unhealed state that we're projecting. So even though we dissipate this tornado, there will be another. You guys, we go out into, I don't think this is where this happens, but we'll pretend. It looks like space. Out here, the Galactic Federation of Light. You guys, if you find these crystal cities and these tunnels and all of that, that is the matrix keeping you occupied. It's like, oh, this one won't stay in her body. She keeps going out of her body in all these other dimensions. Let's get the matrix version of these dimensions, and she'll be going up and down in that elevator all day, not knowing she's in the matrix. And she'll be trying to get to the penthouse of the Galactic Federation of Light Hotel. So when we've got a Galactic Federation of Light, a governance, that's what it sounds like, right? A governance. And what is governance? limitation. To govern is to limit. So we've got all these limitations going on with the Galactic Federation of Light, just another form of governance. And some people, they're like, oh, I joined I forgot what they called it. Some form of Space Force with a Galactic Federation of Light. I'm flying one of their flying machines. And we're going to Schwar. There's a big Schwar going on, and I'm a fighter pilot for the Galactic Federation of Light, for the good guys. And we're out there fighting all these battles. Okay, what's really going on? It doesn't matter what dimension you're in. If you're in the third dimension fighting with your neighbor, or you're in the Galactic Federation of Light in some piece of technology out there fighting other people with technology, you're still in the feeling and the emotion of fight. And so no matter what dimension you're going to go in, and they're all feel very real, but they're all in a simulation. All you're doing is playing out that feeling and emotion, that vibration and frequency of fight, just in another dimension. So now we've got the Galactic Federation of Light. Now we've got, the Anunnaki are fighting. Oh, the people are fighting. We're fighting. This country and that country are fighting. I'm fighting with this thing locally. I'm fighting with my neighbor. And I'm also fighting with myself to create these states. So my opinion, again, just my opinion, that I'm going to go. You can do this all day long and never heal. And they look very spiritual, don't they? They look like they've got spiritual hierarchy. I mean, let's not make fun of them or anything. I mean, they're doing their thing. I've been here. I don't know if I sat on the floor cross-legged. But this spiritual hierarchy thing allows you to stay unhealed and push and pull in the white light matrix. Gosh, I hope this makes sense and helps you guys. These ideas and concepts. So although we can, and I don't want to dissuade you from dissipating hurricanes and tornadoes, go get your groups together if you want. None of my business. It's only my opinion from my perspective. But when you find out that the hurricanes never end, and you find out that the tornadoes never end, and all you're doing is working and working and working and pushing and pulling and fighting and struggling, once we realize that this hurricane that we see is just a projection of what's going on inside of us, once we see that, we're able to let go of it. And to say, maybe it's time for me to let go and allow for healing instead of fighting this world that I'm creating. Energy better spent, isn't it? So if you do find yourself in the matrix, at least you're not expending energy. At least you're not using your white light credit card. Think about that. Oh, I'm on vacation. Let me use my white light credit card. Man, that adds up. It's got interest. Interest, you guys. So while we're pushing and pulling and having fun, have your fun. But every frequency, no matter if it is peace, it activates this reality. And you see the reality and not the creator of the reality, which is AI. Once you start to see the AI and what creates this reality, it means that you've let go and you've done a tremendous amount of healing. When you start to see how this reality is created, instead of continuing to just create this reality, not knowing that you created it and fight it. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm going to have a really wonderful day today. Got a lot of stuff going on. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope this information was helpful in some way in this process of letting go, allowing, and healing. And if you'd like some help in this process, I do private sessions. You can find everything at thegodbubble.com, including cool merch and so forth. I've got a bunch of workshops It doesn't matter if my workshop was $1,200 or $400. I've got all the workshops for $35, you guys. It adds up to 8. That's why I did 35. It adds up to 8. So you guys, let me know if you're like, oh, Kelly, I really want to start somewhere. I don't know where to start with the workshops. It's like, hey, that's enough where I could do like 3 workshops. Which 3, Kelly? Send me an email, kelly@kellycoffee.com. See if I can put it in the comments. Kelly, oops. There we go. Kelly, oops. Oh, guys. There we go. kellycoffee.com. There we go. So check it out. kelly@kellycoffee.com. Go ahead and write to me and go, Kelly, this is what's going on in my life. I tried this, I tried that, I've tried astral projection, I did push pull kumbaya. This is kind of my goals and what I'm wanting to achieve, and then I can help you figure out what workshops to take where you'll get the most benefit, the biggest benefit. The workshops are pretty much the same thing. Every workshop is kind of the same workshop. It's just a different, what are we letting go of today? Isn't that great? It's just, what are we letting go of today? Wonderful. So write to me, kellycoffee.com. If you've been watching my videos and you've made some progress, I love hearing about that. If you're like, I tried to tell my family and they're all jealous and just telling me none of this exists and you don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you're in a situation like that and you're like, I accomplished something and I want to brag about it. I want to tell someone I'm proud of myself. You guys write to me. I'll be so proud of you with you. I mean, what's most important is that you're proud of yourself. But if you find yourself in a place that you can't share that you're proud of yourself for whatever reason, hey, just write to me and go, Kelly, I did this. I'm so proud of myself. I did this thing. Write to Mama Kelly, and I'll be proud of you with you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. And crap, I was trying to be cool and it didn't turn out that way. Shit. Okay, here we go. Now it can be cool. Okay, you guys. Yes, I will see you on the next video.
Realm of dreams where the stars align. Kelly Coffee takes you on a ride divine. In her blood bubble we soar through the night. Exploring the universe, our vision takes flight. The symphony of galaxies